Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we will be big box store plant shopping at Lowe's out in Frisco, Texas. It is a beautiful afternoon and I just got off of work so I can film this final video for you guys on YouTube as I take you alongside with me to go big box store plant shopping. As you saw on the thumbnail, I will be no longer making big box store plant shopping videos. Stay tuned to the very end of this video for the reasons why. But for today, I do want us to go ahead and celebrate this beautiful day where we can look at some beautiful plants. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. We've had an amazing run with all of the plant foldies here, and even if I may not be making any more plant shopping videos, I hope you can still press the thumbs up button. And if you want to keep in touch with me, stay in touch with me, follow me on Instagram at Grow Folds. For those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. My name is Richie and I did daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. So I did want to just put it out there that if you are a loyal plant foldie, I really appreciate the time that you guys have spent with me in terms of just interacting with me on a daily basis. So for now, I do want to just focus on the plants and I'll give you some insights on my decision in terms of making big box or plant shopping videos. But as you can see right here, it is a beautiful afternoon out in Frisco, Texas. I am based out in North Dallas and I absolutely love making plant shopping videos. And the reason being is I get time to really enjoy looking at the plants and just to take you alongside with me. But before we get into that, I did want to show you this video.
Plant foldies, have you ever heard of this new soil called Classy Rabbit, which is from a local small business out in McKinney, Texas? Really excited to share with you this new soil, which is 100% organic. What I love about it is that this is a standalone type soil. You don't have to mix orchid bark or other amendatives that actually make this soil chunky. It is already chunky, light, and fast draining. You can use it to improve your existing soil. What I also like about it is they are made by farmers, so they don't really consult like soil scientists or whatever that means. They really know what Mother Nature has in the soil. And what I like about it is I've been able to pot up a lot of my plants from overseas and they have really acclimated to this soil. I love the fact that, again, it is 100% organic, and the ingredients that we have would be rabbit manure, composed food waste, pine bark chips, mycorrhizae, dried molasses, pumice, and expanded shale, rice hulls, and yucca extract. So all of those ingredients really make this soil. It is balanced, and what I love about it is Classy Rabbit products are simple where it counts, smart where they matter. So that means all of the ingredients that the soil needs, it's right there. They don't need to add anything else, and they don't offer anything that they don't need. I also love the fact that Classy Rabbit is priced well, where it's a happy medium between the low prices of cheap, and when I say cheap, quality, and the high prices of unnecessary ingredients. It kind of balances it both. And if you see right here, I potted this Aglaonema up in a terracotta planter. You can see how fast draining it is as I put a bunch of water into the soil. You can see that it is literally just draining through, but just because it's fast draining, it doesn't mean that it doesn't retain moisture. It definitely does. But I love the fact that I don't have to worry about adding any perlite, because this particular soil doesn't have perlite. It has all natural ingredients. So for those that have never heard about Classy Rabbit, please go to classyrabbit.com. I highly endorse this soil. I love it so much. And even though I've been doing semi-hydroponic substrates like Lechuza Pond and Leca, I've actually been converting all of my plants back to soil because of this particular soil. They do offer free shipping at classyrabbit.com. Let me know in the comment section if you're interested, and hopefully you will support Classy Rabbit. I mean, have you pooped on your plants lately? I would.
Plant Foldies, if you haven't checked out classyrabbit.com, but definitely check it out. I would love for everybody to at least consider buying at least one bag of the Classy Rabbit soil. It is my favorite soil to use on my plants. And, you know, as far as me wanting to just scale back and the whole big box or plant shopping videos, just stopping and not making any more of those, it's because I have come to a decision that I need to spend a little bit more time with my plant care and just plant tips. So, you know, I'll touch more base on that as I continue to do this plant shopping videos. I hope you guys will still watch the video till the very end for my announcement and reasons why I made that decision. But as you can see right over here, Plant Foldies, we do have a lot of these Bonnie herbs and vegetables. So I've actually started my vegetable garden in my backyard. I put out some seeds. They've actually germinated in the ground. I have a couple of grower boxes. And in addition to that, I have some awesome Japanese maples that have really taken off this spring season. So I've been really occupied with cleaning up my backyard, really trying to get my vegetable garden coming around and actually manicuring it and making it look good because it has been neglected over the winter. Now over here you can see that Costa Farms, and yes, whenever you go big box store plant shopping, you already know that Costa Farms is synonymous to that. You can see here, this is the Tropical Escape series, the Tropic Escape series by Costa Farms. So at Walmart, Costa Farms has the Island Bloom series. At Lowe's, they have the Tropic Escape series, which are basically the same tropical plants that you can use as a patio container plant or grow them indoors. And as I spin around here, you can see that they've got a plethora of different types of flowering plants, different types of annuals. You can see we've got marigolds here, lots and lots of marigolds, and I absolutely adore marigolds. They remind me of my childhood. And now we're going to be walking into the outdoor garden section. And don't worry, Plant Foldies, please do not click off of this video. Please do not stop watching this video because I will get into the indoor tropical plants. There are a lot of beautiful ones that I wanted to show you for spring 2025. But this particular Lowe's is actually one of the Lowe's I look at every year because take a look at this. These are large Acer palmatum, or what you call Japanese maples. So I wanted to make more content when it comes to Japanese maples because that is really one of my biggest passions when it comes to plants. There is something elegant about Japanese maples. It is a whole new world when it comes to just collecting maples in general, whether it's Acer palmatum or other varieties of maples. I recently made a video called Metro Maples Plant Nursery Walkthrough. I hope that the Plant Foldies will come out and watch the video, team replay the video, rewatch the video, because I want everybody to actually be exposed to growing Japanese maples. Now, I know the majority of Plant Foldies that watch my videos want to see the keywords big box store plant shopping videos. And here's the thing. I love big box stores. I think that they are readily available. It's quite interesting how the algorithm on social media really pushes a lot of consumerism when it comes to just anything that you release as far as content. I think it's also because, you know, to be quite frank, the probability of having more ads play for advertisers lends itself to anything related to plant shopping. But I do want to pivot slightly away from that and really focus on what I want our viewers to see, and that is things like this. $229 for a 6 feet Acer palmatum or Japanese maple. This one, the cultivar is called the Blood Good, and I actually love the fact that that is such a good price for a Japanese maple. So if you are looking to spruce up your outdoor garden, if you want to work on your gardening skills, landscaping skills, and you want cost-effective pricing for outdoor garden plants, definitely go shopping at this particular Lowe's location, which is located off of Preston Road, right next to Warren Street in Frisco, Texas. It's right next to the 99 Ranch. It's an Asian grocery store and a Daiso store, which is a Japanese dollar store that I go shopping at. But as you can see right here, beautiful Acer palmatum for only $229. I love it. And so I'm just going to walk around and keep showing you this beautiful tree.
like I said, Acer palmatum or Japanese maples. I mean, look at how gorgeous the red leaves are. Very elegant. There is something about how the shape of the tree forms naturally. It's got some beautiful curves, beautiful elegance to it. And if you're able to grow a Japanese maple in your grow zone, definitely add one. Now, I would say as far as care tips for Japanese maples, they are not really heat tolerant. So you're going to need to put them in a shaded area or an area that receives a lot of morning light, but protection from the afternoon sun. Now we're going to be looking at some of the outdoor plants that can also be grown indoors. So you can see right here, we've got a purple queen plant right here. Love this as well. Really love the fact that this one is a purple variegated plant. Really nice looking plant. And it's one of those things where if you are able to get something like this, which is also considered a ground cover, an annual ground cover, you can actually grow this indoors long terms. Love the purple variegation, and you can see that some of this fell off. Now, as far as these cuttings right here or the things that fell off, you can actually stick this directly into the ground and it will root. It's actually a very fast rooter, so you can propagate cuttings from this. I had this last year, and here's the thing about all of the plants that you can find in the garden centers of big box stores. A lot of them you can grow indoors long term as an indoor house plant. However, for me, when I reflect back on some of my decisions in terms of the plants that I added, the overabundance of plant shopping I did, I ended up having like over 200 potted up plants that I was growing outdoors. But when winter came, there was only so much space I could do to actually take care of some of these plants and overwinterize them. So a lot of the plants just ended up going to plant heaven because of space constraints. And as I pan away from this and just show you the gorgeous garden center at Lowe's, I want everybody to kind of really reflect and think about how many plants you have in your plant collection and how many of them are you able to sustainably take care of and still enjoy the time you have. And it's not one of those subjects that I want to put a negative connotation on. It's really because we have been together for almost 1.5 years, 2 years as a plant foldy community. And there's just a lot of reflections I wanted to have in terms of just my big box store plant shopping videos, really trying to get you guys in the right direction about buying plants, shopping for plants, giving you tips on how to save money on plants, where to source them out. And so for me, as I look at this plant right here, for instance, by Costa Farms, $10.97, beautiful quarter-line plant. And, it's very tempting. It's very much a plant addiction when I can go to a big box store and see all of the different types of plants. Spring is very notorious for having all of the beautiful plants readily available for plant lovers like myself, like yourself, and just the whole plant foldy community. So I wanted to show you some more of these succulents and cactus. And this one right here is only $37.98. This is a torch cactus. And what I love about the torch cactus is, look at this. This is the first time I've ever seen a torch cactus bloom. You can see they've got reds, they've got whites, they've got yellow blooms. And so I'm going to show you the beauty of some of the blooms. Whenever you think about flowering plants or plants that are in bloom, I think of spring. Spring is definitely a time where it's new growth, new beginnings, and just beautiful flowers. And like I said with the title of the video, I will be stopping big box store plant shopping videos. And, it's in terms of just new beginnings, it is April 1st. And it's one of those things where I had a lot of time to really reflect on my intentions with this channel, what that looks like. But for me, it is all about really taking some time for myself, really taking some time on trying to calibrate what I want to do next. And as far as the plant foldy community, I want to make sure that you guys stay intact. So definitely follow me on Instagram at GrowFolds. Definitely count how many times I say Hydra Helix, because that's something that I will always remember when it comes to big box or plant shopping videos. I just enjoy being able to walk around and show you this. This is a daily routine of mine, is to get off of work after 10 hours and then drive somewhere where whether it's a Lowe's, a Walmart, a Target,
a Home Depot where they have a garden center or at least sell plants to go shopping for houseplants. And for me, being able to show you the different types of plants, whether it's succulents and cactus, whether it's indoor tropical plants, whether it's rare variegated plants, whether it's easy common house plants, or even outdoor gardening plants, vegetables, herbs, everything. This YouTube channel really does cover all of the different types of plants. So for anybody that is a plant lover, I would hope that despite the fact that the title does say that I will be stopping big box store plant shopping videos, I would hope that you would still subscribe to the YouTube channel with all the notification bell on in case I do post any videos after this video right here. You never know. You know, I have a plant addiction, so it's not like I can't stay away from plants. It's not like I wouldn't want to film plants or have the urge to do so. So right now, I'm going to keep going and talking to you about the plants. So here we have what you call encore azaleas. So encore azaleas are azaleas that rebloom at least 3 times a year. So if you watch my Metro Maples Japanese nursery tour, where I walk through a local plant nursery out in Fort Worth, Texas, Scott Hubble, who owns that nursery, actually has a bunch of Satsuki azaleas. So Satsuki azaleas are actually azaleas that have been hybridized for more than 500 years in Japan. So you can see that there is a lineage of hybridization when it comes to that. These encore azaleas actually have parentage from Satsuki azaleas. So you can see that they behave like their Eastern counterparts. And I'm actually looking at some of these for $15.97. I want to make more bonsai. I want to make more content when it comes to bonsai. So you may see more of that on the channel. We'll see, because based on what YouTube and based on what the plant folding community show, you guys may not be as interested in bonsai or Japanese maples or azaleas. And honestly, those are the types of plants I really enjoy. To be quite transparent, house plants, indoor tropical plants, I love them, but I don't love them nearly as much as bonsai, Japanese maples, and that sort of way of growing plants. You will see that in the future, but as far as these plants right here, encore azaleas, they rebloom 3 times a year. So you'll have blooms in the spring, summer, and fall. And what I love about azaleas is just the beautiful blooms. They remind me of Japanese gardens. That is something that I'm very much into. I have been working on my Japanese garden for about 5 years, and really it's the steps of creating the shade and space. So I don't have a lot of it really figured out just yet. I am happy that I have an Acer truncatum, or what you call a Shantung maple called a fire dragon, which has grown so much over the last 5 years. And eventually, once it does have enough of a canopy to provide more shade, I'm going to add more Japanese maples. But to go back to all of the plants here, I know that I'm featuring a lot of the outdoor plants. That's something that I want to feature with my future videos, if I create any more, is because I believe that we should all have a space where not only are we confined to just one type of plant growing. So a lot of you guys, like I said again, I'm very much straightforward. I know that a lot of the interest and content is indoor tropical plants, big box store, and I say those keywords, big box store plant shopping videos. It made me think about just the intent of this channel. And I know a lot of the intent of this channel is really to bring a plant community. So whether it's somebody that wants to be into indoor tropical plants, whether it's somebody that may have stumbled upon my channel because it is labeled as a big box store plant shopping video, hopefully the engagement and interest is universal for everybody. Because I mean, look at this container garden where we have the purple passion plant, and then we also have some perennials in there in the mix. Really love the plant combination here. And so if you're looking to actually level up your patio container garden outside, Lowe's is a place where I would recommend getting container plants. Now we're going to walk over here and just look at some more of these plants, and then we're about to go into the indoor tropical section, which is going to be the main event, which is the reason why I do these big box or plant shopping videos. Plant foldies, take a look at this. This is a coleus plant, and I love coleus plants. Not this one is for $1.98. This is considered an annual plant. Most people will look at coleus plants and think that this is a plant that belongs outdoors. However, you can actually grow coleus as an indoor house plant. The reason being is coleus actually prefer to be in the shade. They don't really do well in full sun unless you get a sun coleus, which is a coleus that has been hybridized to take full sun. I love those, and that is the beauty of just botany, being a botanist, and just seeing all of the new varieties. I will shout out, proven winners plants. Those are plants that they have been able to get a lot of these new hybrids that are sun tolerant. And as you can see right here, just look at all the colors that we have. And so I'm just going to show you more of the annual plants. This is a variegated periwinkle plant for $4.68. This is another plant that you could grow as a hanging basket or a trailing plant. Plant foldies, leave in the comments your thoughts about this video so far, your insights, what plants you are going to buy at a big box store if you visit garden centers. I really love that engagement, and truthfully, the engagement is what inspires me to create big box store plant shopping videos. This is what makes me want to go out and spend even a couple of hours creating this content. So let me know in the comments section, and if you made it this far into the plant shopping video, please make sure you press the thumbs up or like button for this video. I would definitely appreciate that, and you'll see more plant foldies join the plant party in the future. So as far as these plant shopping videos, let's get some comments going and let me know if, number one, you've added a coleus to your plant collection, because that is one of my favorite plants to grow. I have started buying coleus plants and I've actually started to document my journey in terms of growing coleus from seeds. So let me just go ahead and pick up some more of these colorful, beautiful plants that you can find at a garden center, big box or garden center, and you can actually save money as well shopping here. Look at the sea of Hydra helix, or the correct way to say it based on a plant foldy is Hedera helix, or the English ivy. You can see that we've got beautiful English ivy here. For those that are doing the Hydra Helix Challenge 2025, let me know how that is going. This one is for $4.98. I may end up just buying this Hydra Helix or Hedera Helix, however you want to say it. Actually, in the comment section, plant foldies, can I get 5 Hydra Helix comments in the comment section? I'll know that you're actually watching this video and actually engage if you leave those comments. 5 Hydra Helix comments in the comment section. But I do want to actually commend anybody that is actually doing the Hedera Helix Challenge 2025. Use the hashtag Hydra Helix Challenge 2025, hashtag GrowFolds, to see if you can actually keep an English ivy alive indoors long term for as long as possible without it getting spider mites. We've had some people actually have some situations where they've been able to grow them successfully, and some people have had some English ivies actually not make it. They've actually made it to plant heaven. So best of luck for anybody that is trying the Hydra Helix Challenge. And you can see we do have lots of different colored outdoor plants that can be grown indoors, especially the English ivy. But this one actually is a bit challenging, one of the most challenging plants. And I'm just going to spin around here and show you all of these other plants. So we've got some Tradescanthia pistachios here, and then we've got another cordyline plant as well. And the track that I'm playing is the official GrowFolds Plantfoldy dance song. It's called You're on the Beat by DJ Bang Beats. Shout out to my friend Derek of djbangbeats.com for making all of the original music for this YouTube video. Hopefully he can create some more tracks for me someday if I decide to go ahead and make some more content or some more big box or plant shopping videos. Like I mentioned before, I am hoping that we can continue to have this Plantfoldy community, stay in touch with each other. You can see that these are the plants that I will miss showing you guys. I will miss showing you guys all of these plant shopping videos. You know, to go back into the reasons why I will stop making big box store plant shopping videos is because I want to spend a little bit more time just taking care of my plants, really practicing mindfulness, really being in the moment when it comes to just my everyday life. I have really enjoyed making big box or plant shopping videos. Feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram if you have any questions or comments about the plants. If you want me to create some of these videos, what your thoughts are. So we'll see what we are going to be looking at in terms of the future of this YouTube channel. You know, a lot of this actually came into fruition in the last 24 hours. I really had a lot of time to think. And for those that follow my YouTube videos, you already know that I utilize a lot of my plant shopping videos to speak to the Plantfoldy community directly. I utilize this as also a personal blog, a lifestyle YouTube channel where I can talk to you about my life, what's going on with me personally without even having to show my face on YouTube. And you know, the amount of flack I got, the amount of bashing I got from just not even showing my face on YouTube, it got a little bit much. It was just a little bit tiresome. Just some of the negativity that I received from past comments and just people in general. And so that's also pushed me on the edge of, you know, why I want to stop making big box or plant shopping videos. And so that's just a little bit more insights. If you are still watching this video, stay tuned to the very end of this video, so you will see the conclusion of the reasons why I am stopping big box or plant shopping videos, what the future of the Plantfoldy community is, what I will be doing with GrowFolds YouTube channel, what my participation is going to look like with Cultivation Corner, if I'm going to continue to do Cultivation Corner. But as you can see right here, I have walked through a small portion of the outdoor section of Lowe's. If you haven't already, please search Cultivation Corner on YouTube, the plant podcast that I'm currently part of.
Hey guys, I'm Janae from Janae Simone.
I'm Steve from I Live Plants.
And I am Richie from Grow Folds, and we are
Cultivation Corner. We are so excited. We have a plant podcast. We talk about any and everything, all things plants, and we premiere every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube at cultivation_corner. So be sure to tune in and watch us.
Follow us also on Instagram, and be sure to share our videos and our episodes with all of you plant lovers. We need more cultivators, right,
Yes.
Steve?
Yes, we do. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna share the video.
You have
what
to.
you're
You
gonna
have to. Today. All right, guys.
Today.
We'll see you on the next one.
do. All right.
We are now part of the main event, which is the indoor tropical plants. So I will be discussing ways to save money on buying plants while shopping at a big box store for houseplants, as well as the new varieties of plants, easy to care for plants, and just my recommendations whenever it comes to indoor tropical plants. Now, this is what I noticed right off the bat. So this is the Uncommon Roots series by Urban Jungle. So now Urban Jungle has actually put out some hydroponic plant selection. So this one is some type of uncommon alocasia. So basically this is another way of growing plants, which is called hydroponics, where you're literally growing the plant in straight water. You're not using any type of soil substrates. We're not using semi-hydroponic substrates like leca or lechuza pond. And I find that Urban Jungle is really pushing the envelopes on ways to actually grow plants. I've noticed in the last couple of months, Urban Jungle has really stepped up its game when it comes to like their planters, their plant selections, the way they display their plants. It is almost up to par, or up to par with Live Trends design. It really just depends on your aesthetics of your plant. Some people like the more modern, sleek versions of Live Trends designs. Some people prefer the Urban Jungle boho. It's got a little bit more character and just a little bit more texture to it. But in terms of hydroponics, this is my very first time seeing a new selection of growing plants by Urban Jungle. So that's really cool. Let me know in the comment section if you would actually buy this alocasia that's in straight water. An update on one of my personal plants. I actually had a alocasia longiloba that was struggling. So what I did is I actually just pulled it out of the soil, and it was basically down to just the bulb area, stuck it in water, and voila, it has grown new roots and it is thriving. So I'm just probably debating on whether I should put it in a semi-hydroponic substrate or just grow it in straight water. So let me know in the comment section what you would do. And then I'm just going to touch base and show you all of the Live Trends designs. You already know, as all of my past videos of shopping for plants, I love Live Trends designs because Live Trends designs has my plant aesthetic. I prefer more minimalistic settings in terms of the planters. I like less textures, more neutral colors, less shiny glazes. That's just my personal preference. Everybody has their own personal preference. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It just means that we all have different views when it comes to the aesthetics we want for plants. And it's the same thing with plants that we are interested in. And I totally understand if, some people are really about the more trending plants like the anthuriums, the dock block anthurium Michelle that hit the big box stores at Home Depot, or the variegated alocasias. But for me, and just like a lot of the plant foldies that have followed me throughout all of my big box or plant shopping videos, we need to still try to push popularizing Aglaonema, for instance, and I'll get into that in just a bit. But you can see right here, Live Trends Designs actually has hydroponic ways of growing plants. And then they also have self-watering planters. So this one right here is for $14.98. Beautiful Peperomia obtusifolia, one of the more durable plants. It is another houseplant that is easy to care for. It's one of my houseplant recommendations. If you're ever gonna go plant shopping, now peperomias, I just recently learned, are not plants that people actually go out and buy. That is another plant that I think is underrated, overlooked. And when you actually tune into my plant shopping videos, whenever you go watch my content, I like to root for the underdog. And the reason why I like to root for the underdog is oftentimes the underdog just never had a fair chance when it comes to just getting that popularity or even just that attention. And I think that could be said a lot with just society in general. Unless somebody is hyping somebody up, unless somebody has that presence where people will gravitate to them, the person that might be an introvert, the person that might be a little bit more soft-spoken might end up just not getting as much attention or fit in to a certain group of friends. But they may have the biggest personality. They just may not be out there as much as somebody who might have just a little bit more extroverted. And that could be synonymous with certain plants. Some plants actually have a lot of personality. It's just that nobody's really hyping them up. And like I just picked up that Syngonium Maria, dark foliage plant. Some people are really into them. Some people will ignore them. Some people might be into Syngonium. Some people would find them a common plant. I absolutely adore them. I've said in all of my videos that I talk about Syngoniums. Syngoniums are my first love. And when it comes to your first love, believe it or not, you never forget your first love, whether it's a romantic love or something that you are in love with that may not necessarily be romantic, if that makes any sense. I've been talking a lot. I'm a little emotional today as I do this voice editing because, like the video suggested, I will be stopping big box store plant shopping videos just because, of many reasons I've stated before. And hopefully the plant foldy community understands that. Leave that in the comment section as you watch this video, what your thoughts are and what you think the future of this YouTube channel is. What I will tell you is my love for plants, my love for the plant foldy community will continue despite my announcement about stopping big box store plant shopping videos. It will continue one way or the other, but you have to wait till the very end of this video to really get the nitty gritty details as far as the future of this YouTube channel, the future of the plant foldy community. And hopefully you guys stay tuned and stay engaged with this channel. If you haven't made it, if you made it this far into the video, sorry, you can see I'm a little emotional tonight. Please leave in the comments section your thoughts about my big box or plant shopping videos. Definitely press the thumbs up or like button for this video. And so, another thing that I wanted to put out there, just full transparency. So YouTube has analytics, and I have to just ask, I really do have to ask anybody that tunes into my videos. So there is a thumbs up or like button for this video, right? But there's also a dislike button for this video. I watch content, and if I don't really find that content value added for me, or if it's content that I don't really, mesh well with, or may just not be interested in, I have never been that type of person that would just press the dislike button. I feel like, sometimes that dislike button can have negative connotations. Plant foldies, let me know in the comment section if you've been that type of person, whether if you dislike content, did you actually press the dislike button? And the reason being is, why press the dislike button when you could just stop watching the video or not engage? And I say that because, and I know that I'm, panning around and showing you guys this video. This is actually a pretty long video today, a little bit longer than the average 1 hour plant shopping video. That doesn't mean you need to go ahead and just stop watching the video because, like I said again, got some major news and announcements for the future of this channel at the very end of the video. But what I will tell you is,
the intentions of people on social media. So I think a lot of my plant shopping videos have become more of me being able to give you my insights, my commentary about social media. Social media, I believe, should not always be a free-for-all where we can just act a certain way, where we can act negatively toward other people. A lot of times we only see each other through a screen name, so you don't even know what that person looks like or see what that person does on a daily basis or have any attachments. So to go back to it, what is the intention of somebody just pressing the dislike button? Would you just rather not just engage with the video? Why press that button and actually engage in something that is negative, like dislike? Dislike means almost like hate. Why would we do that? And for me, and what I've said to all of the plant foldies, it is always about being kind, treating others with respect. For me, if you are a content watcher, somebody that watches content, refrain from pressing the dislike button. Now, I already know somebody that has tuned into this video has already probably clicked on my video before it even started playing and hit the dislike button. There is a way where you see that. And so I kind of have seen what that looks like for some of my content. I wouldn't say that there's a lot of people that press the dislike button, but I was actually talking to a friend about just, the reasons why social media even has a like button, a dislike button. I truly feel like, we shouldn't always focus on that. And the only reason why I even mention pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video is because it just fuels the algorithm. And I feel like the algorithm when it comes to social media only presses or pushes out the content that is more consumer based versus just content for anybody that might want to engage. So let me get off of my insights. Like I said, again, plant foldies, the ones that really appreciate me as a person, me being my most authentic self. I am repetitive. I love to talk. Yes, I love to talk, and I love to just give you my thoughts. I think a lot of my big box store plant shopping videos has really evolved into me just as almost like a personal blog, like I said again, and being able to talk about plants. But let me reel it back in and talk to you about the plants. So if you can see right here, Costa Farms plants is actually one that is oftentimes seen at big box stores. And what's exciting about Costa Farms, especially for spring 2025, they have released a lot on the costafarms.com website where you can go shopping for the more rare and uncommon plants. Some of their new selections would include the Philodendron verrucosum, which I found while I was shopping at Walmart a couple of days ago, and then the Burley Marks Flame Monstera, which is actually sold out currently on the website, but you never know, they might restock it again. I say if you want the rare and uncommon plants, you can definitely buy them from Costa Farms, but I'm picking up a bunch of these gorgeous plants right here. This is the Exotic Angel line by Costa Farm. So they have the 3.5 inch planters as well as the 5-inch planters. So these ones that are in 3.5 inches are for $5.98. We also have the planters that are in the 5-inch planters for $8.98. But if you want to start a plant collection, definitely recommend Costa Farms Exotic Angel plants. There's many varieties. Like you can see right here, this is a Peperomia Ginny for $5.98. And I love the Peperomia Ginny because it is another plant. I swear I am the biggest cheerleader when it comes to the underrated, the underdog. This is another plant that a lot of people will actually overlook, but it's one of the plants that's easy to care for. And I always tell people, why go the challenging, difficult route that can add stress to your life when you can find something that brings you just as much joy, but with little to no effort. I understand that people like challenges. I definitely do. Why do you think I do big box store plant shopping videos for at least an hour every day, or have done that more so? Because I love the challenge. I love the challenge of being able to have time management, scheduling, drive, inspiration. All of those things are the reason why I have done big box or plant shopping videos for the plant folding community. I mean, we are almost at 13,000 subscribers, and to me that's amazing. Like, whenever you really slow down and think about your social media presence as a content creator. So for me, and I was talking to my friends Janae Simone and Stephen of I Live Plants. If you haven't already subscribed to their YouTube channels, definitely check them out. They are my Cultivation Corner Plant podcast co-hosts. We think about it, even if there's only 50 people, say, watching the video live premiere, imagine yourself in a room with 50 other people. That is a lot of people, right? I feel like that is a lot of people when you start to think outside of the digital space and think about reality. 50 people in a room is a lot of people. 25 people in a room is a lot of people. And then when you think about like the following, almost 13,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is a lot of people. There's some, towns in Texas that don't even have that population. So for me, there's a lot of thoughts I have today in terms of just the plant shopping and my video. So I do apologize slightly. I'm slightly unapologetic when it comes to me just putting out the content I want to put out. But I do want to say thank you for those that have been patient about me just really giving you my insights, really telling you how I feel and what the future of this YouTube channel is. Like I said, again, if you've stayed this long and have listened to me somewhat ramble thoughts and actually steered away from just talking about the plants, I appreciate it. But let's go back to the plants again. So I'm just going to walk around here and pick up some plants. You can see $24.98. Take a look at this. This is a beautiful urban jungle plant. Now, this is a philodendron heteroraceum. This the green form. I really love that as well. I really love that. Urban jungle has really, I would say, evolved and actually looked at, presenting their plants differently. I love the fact that they are very much all about different textures, different colors. And then, we can look at this. So this one is actually a Live Trends design plant for $19.84. Love the fact that they have new planters, and take a look at this. Live Trends doesn't have the fake moss topping on this Monstera adansonii, which I actually like. I feel like Live Trends design doesn't need to go put that fake moss as a top dressing, because I feel like the top dressing, if you're going to grow and water it from the top, you're going to actually keep the soil a little bit more moist because of the fake or the sphagnum moss on top. So I love the movement that Live Trends Designs did with this new planter series. This one right here is a philodendron Birkin, for instance, $19.84. Love that. And I don't know if it's just feedback that has been given to Live Trends Designs. I love Live Trends Designs. I buy their plants, and the majority of their planters I actually keep because it stays within my aesthetic. So I really like that. And here's the thing I will also say about Lowe's. The reasons why you want to shop at Lowe's for your house plants and gardening plants is they really do have a large selection of plants to choose from. Spring is probably the peak time when it comes to growing plants in general. And with Lowe's, as far as a big box store, you can see that they have Live Trends design plants, urban jungle plants, Costa Farms plants, Oasis plants for succulents and cactus. Lowe's has their own line of plants. So for me, I am going to be doing some shopping for plants. It's not like I'm not going to stop shopping for plants and looking at plants, but in terms of big box store plant shopping videos, having to put an end to that, it makes me sad. It makes me want to kind of reflect back on how much time I've actually spent making these plant shopping videos, and then just some of the negativity that people have put on there. It doesn't mean that I'm stopping big box store plant shopping videos because of the bashing. I would say a lot of you plant foldies are very much so the plant foldy warriors. You guys come out here and defend me in the comment section. I want to go shout out Leap for always coming out and doing that. I want to also say thank you to Evelyn, to Angelique, to Danny, to Eric, to all of the plant foldies. I don't have a list. It's, I've got a lot of people that tune in all the time on the videos. I also wanted to shout out Teal. Love Teal's Instagram page. You definitely have to check it out. I love the crochet mask. And you already know on Cultivation Corner, I like to go faceless. I like to go without having to fully expose myself on social media like that. And I think a lot of people respect that. Some people feel like you have to be on social media and it has to be all about you, when sometimes the content you're providing is really all about the plants. I have been able to just kind of merge both without having to show my face. So as far as the plants, however, you can see this is another anthurium. I don't know the anthurium ID for that, so somebody please leave that in the comments section. But you can see here, Urban Jungle Plants again. So they've got different planters, and I just love the new releases. I love the new selection of Urban Jungle Plants as well. They've just really diversified the selection of plants that they have, but more so they've been able to just move and get more different types of styles of planters. So I'm just gonna walk around and pick up some more of these plants here. Got an Aglaonema Frosted Ghost here by Costa Farms, $15.98. Love the pink planter, but more so I love this plant. Look at the white stems. Look at how it's got a pastel look about the plant. It looks like it's almost washed away. Very ghostly. And again, it is a low light tolerant plant. It is a drought tolerant plant. It is my favorite type of plant to grow. So if you are just tuning in because you were curious about why I am stopping my big box store plant shopping videos, definitely get yourself an Aglaonema. It would be one of the legacies I want to add, is to influence a lot of people to get into Aglaonemas. And thank you to Travis. Shout out to Travis, Biggie O Plants, for giving me the plant ID for this. This is an Aglaonema Electric Lime. Love this plant as well by Costa Farms, $15.98. Really nice looking Aglaonema, white stems. It's got a silver metallic foliage about it. And I'm going to move this Philodendron Birkin out here so I can focus a little bit more about the Aglaonemas. For those that don't know, an Aglaonema is actually part of the aroid family. It is probably the most underrated, unpopular aroid to date, and I don't understand why. Super confused why people are not more into Aglaonemas, considering they're very easy to care for plants. These are common plants, yes, but look at the leaf interest. Look at the stem interest. Look at that. It's just got so many things going for it, and I just am so confused why people are not into, looking at these plants right here and actually collecting one. This one is an Aglaonema Red Siam. This is the official YouTube mascot for my channel. And the reason being is an Aglaonema Red Siam kind of represents the YouTube channel Grow Folds. It is one that is universal. It is one that is commonly found. It is one that is consistent. It is one that is easily attainable. And for me, as far as a content creator, I always wanted to have a channel where it has a welcoming, positive plant community. When it comes down to it, negativity is not tolerated. Toxicity is not tolerated. There is accountabilities for that. And then just a consistency, right? Just being able to consistently make that plant content. And for me, doing daily 1 hour plant shopping videos, I just wanted to make sure that I could stay consistent to that promise. And, it's gotten to the point where I think about whether I have the sustainability for that. When you think about my daily life, me having a career where I at least work a minimum of 10 hours, being somebody that is salaried, your work doesn't always end at the 10-hour mark. It really depends about how much planning you had, how much time management you have. And that's something that I really had to weigh in on decisions on whether I should continue with YouTube, whether I should continue to make big box store plant shopping videos, what that direction would look like. But for now, while I am making this video, I did want to show you some more Costa Farms Costa Farms plants. So these are the 5-inch planters. This one is a Hydra Helix Bettina ivy. This is another beautiful English ivy right here for $8.98. And I'm just going to pick up a lot of the different types of Costa Farms plants. We've got different types of hanging baskets. I'm going to pick up this one and talk about it a little bit. I don't know what Hydra Helix or English ivy this is, but what I do know is this is for $20.84. It's got some beautiful looking leaf foliage on it, and that's the diversity that we have when it comes to English ivies. Really love the look of that. I just feel like this plant has been marketed as an indoor plant for so long, when it really is not a plant that transitions well indoors. Now, as far as the beauty of the plant, if you grow it outdoors, not necessarily planted in a landscape, because I've had a couple of people go after me and roast me on the comment section about giving false information about growing English ivy because it's an invasive plant. I'm not saying you need to plant it in the ground. I honestly would not recommend growing English ivy as a ground cover unless it is contained in a flower bed, and unless you are willing for it to climb up your walls, because it can damage your foundation, or not your foundation, but maybe even your foundation, but definitely your walls. So you have to just be careful with that. Now, as far as this actual hanging basket here, this is a creeping fig, beautiful plant as well. And that's the thing about Costa Farms. They've really been able to push the envelope about what plants that they offer. I really love the fact that they have a huge selection. And, as far as the big box or plant shopping videos that I've done on a daily basis, I would even consider myself a really big Costa Farms fan, somebody that does promote Costa Farms in a way that is not about, say, taking away from small businesses or local nurseries. It's literally to, number one, get people involved into growing plants, because if there isn't an interest for plants, then people are not going to consume or go shopping for plants. And Costa Farms has really done a great job in terms of just making it more affordable for people to buy plants, but more so be more exposed to seeing plants, because at the end of the day, a lot of people's journeys for plants are not necessarily started because they wanted to go to a plant shop. It's because they went to a big box store to buy certain supplies, and there happened to be some gorgeous plants. So some more commentary about that, because I've also had people reach out to me, and this is a reason why part of me doesn't necessarily want to continue making big box store plants, because people will say that I don't necessarily support local small businesses because I have heavily promoted big box store plant shopping. That's not necessarily the case. I have said in all of my videos that big box store plant shopping is a little bit more universal because it is a little bit more readily available for people. Now, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have many options to shop local. We have many options to support small businesses, which I always do. I always shout out PETA's Planters, for instance. Y'all need to go to PETA's Planters. Definitely tune in to PETA's Planters on April 2nd, which is tomorrow, because Cultivation Corner will be doing an Instagram live selling where you can watch the Instagram live stream story on PETA's Planters. So you definitely have to have Instagram. I do believe Cultivation Corner will also live stream the selling, so you will actually see it happen on the Cultivation Corner YouTube channel. So you definitely need to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. You will see the costume changes. You might even see a face reveal from me, because I might forget to keep my mask on while the cameras are rolling. But that's one way to support a local business, is to go to PETA's Planters live selling tomorrow, April 2nd, when this video premieres. And then also just looking at that, but to go back to all of the plants, right? We talk about big box store plant shopping. We look at all of these plants right here, and we think about whether it is right to go big box store plant shopping, whether it's right to support all of the nurseries that provide to big box stores. Not everybody, like I said, lives out in a metropolitan area like Dallas, Fort Worth, where we have so many selections. Some people don't even have plant shops where they live. And so if there is a big box store like Lowe's, Walmart, Home Depot, Target that you can go shopping at, I say go get your plants there. If that's really the only place, we have some online shipping that you can get from other local nurseries. But to sum up my thoughts about just, I guess, content creation, big box store plant shopping, I say big box store plant shopping has been a lot of fun because I'm able to travel around and show you all of these Costa Farms plants, all of these plants like this Happy Valley Pilea. Look at that texture on the leaves, for instance. It's just made it a fun place for me because not all big box stores are created equal, but when you do find one that is fully stocked like this, like with this Hydra Helix or Florida Ivy, it makes it worthwhile. So I'm just going to keep showing you more of these plants. Please leave your thoughts, comments in the comments section about this video, all of the insights I've provided so far. I really want to know your thoughts to this evening as I premiere this live on April 1st. So just definitely check that out and leave me some comments while I walk around and show you some more of these gorgeous plants. As far as this particular location, I would recommend going to this particular location if you are a local plant foldy in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This Lowe stays very consistent in terms of keeping their plants super healthy, also merchandise in a way where it's very inspiring. I think a lot of times whenever things are organized, things are merchandised in a way where it makes sense, you're more inspired to actually grow your basket size in terms of just how many things you are going to go shopping for, which can actually be a little bit dangerous in terms of your plant budget. I always say, you know, a couple of tips I would tell all of the plant foldies is go into a big box store if you're going to go shopping for plants with an idea of what plant you want to buy. Do your research on the plant care tips. I've always said if you need an idea of what that plant care needs to happen for the plant, Google search it or search online a picture of the plant in its native environment. So if you see a plant that is, say, an understory plant that's really close to the ground where it doesn't get a lot of light, it's probably going to be a little bit low light tolerant. Or if you see a plant that is out in more a drier environment, it's probably going to need fast draining soil. So that's ways to kind of do your research on that. And then also have a budget in place, like a hard budget. So if you say $30 and that is it, then $30 is all you can consume for the plants, which makes you actually work harder to try to squeeze in a bigger plant haul in terms of just finding plants that are either on clearance, on sale, or using coupons on the big box store apps. So if you don't have the Lowe's app, the Target app, the Walmart app, or the Home Depot app, I would say go ahead and download those apps because they have loyalty programs. I know that they have coupons, rewards that also give you a little bit of credit or points towards your purchases. I did want to highlight this particular hanging basket. So this is an example of a Costa Farms plant that is definitely out of the box. This is a glauca. I don't know a lot about the glauca, but you can see that it's got a different type of texture, very small leaves, but I think it's so cute. And you know, this type of plant alongside with, say, the coleus plant and some really unique looking plants reminds me of a content creator that I am a huge fan of. His name is Benji of Benji Plants. Leave in the comment section if you actually watch Benji Plants. Like I said, again, my heart goes out to him and his partner Chris as they were part of the LA fires that really destroyed their beautiful home. You know, his whole YouTube channel was actually based on that. And, it kind of reminded me that in terms of just the material possessions we have, our plants can go away, but the individual, the kindness that we provide for others will always stay. And so for me, whether I stop doing big box store plant shopping videos, because at the end of the day, this can all end, I could just literally stop making big box or plant shopping videos, which is what I announced at the very beginning of this video today, as well as the thumbnail. For me, it is what the community has brought me, what the community will continue to give me as an individual. And, when I think about Benji Plants, and I know I'm going through so many insights today, and I would totally understand for somebody that just discovered my YouTube channel. I know you were expecting more about the plants, but I'm utilizing today's video to really give you some more insights about my commentary for certain things. But for instance, Benji Plants, y'all. He really got me inspired to grow plants that are, number one, a little bit out of the box. Number two, the plant styling was on point. And when you think about the future of his channel, like I was really worried that after he lost everything, that he would stop posting on YouTube. He would stop making content. And it's beautiful to see that he has been able to move past his challenges, past all the things that would probably have impacted me to the point where I would have just shut down as an individual, losing everything. But the fact that he has been so kind to actually open back up his YouTube channel and create content to where you can see him rebuilding his brand or actually enhancing his brand, because you can see him start from scratch again. And Benji Plants be able to maintain his core and his identity for his plant plants. I think that's super inspiring. And it just got me really thinking about the future of this YouTube channel, the stopping of big box or plant shopping videos, because at the end of the day, I honestly love going to stores, picking up plants like this lemon button fern, telling you the price is $8.98, and being able to just talk to you all. I mean, would you agree that I probably should continue to make big box or plant shopping videos? Please leave that in the comment section if you agree, because it has become a daily part of my life. And when I think about the individuals, the people that have actually invested their time to listen to me ramble, and yes, I will even roast myself. I already know I have been talking your ear off, and it hasn't necessarily been all about the plants. It's been more so all about my thoughts. I don't know. I'm just really flattered, and I just think with this community, a lot of you guys really lean in to wanting to interact with each other on the live chats. And that's the reason why there are times where if I cannot stay consistent and give you guys a daily big box or plant shopping video, I'll make a compilation, just because that will give you some content, that will give you a space where you can still congregate and actually do the live chats. And I love that. I also love that Lowe's utilizes its space to where you can actually see they have succulents and cactus. They have so many outdoor plants, and that's the thing about shopping during the spring is you will see lots of plants just inundate big box stores and nurseries. So if you're going to ask me when is the time to actually add plants to your collection, springtime is it, because you're going to find a lot of diverse plants. I mean, you can see right here another hanging basket by Costa Farms, and a mixture of succulents and cactus. So let me just walk around and pick up some more plants. Please feel free to leave comments about the plants you're seeing, what plants you'd like to see if I were to make more big box or plant shopping videos, if I decide that I'm not going to stop. Because at the very moment, it's one of those things where I think I should stop making big box or plant shopping videos. This would be the last one for sure for me. You'll just have to wait till the very end to see, what the future of this channel is. So if you made it this far into the video, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. I would definitely appreciate it. This is one of those times where, that engagement really helps. And, again, my ramble of the whole dislike button. If you didn't like the video, you don't need to press the dislike button. You just need to stop watching people's videos. And to me, it's that campaign of kindness. I just think that extra silent negativity is just as toxic as negativity as well. It's kind of like whenever you go to somebody that has like a survey for a business, or we'll just say a business, right? If they have these online surveys, rather than to fill an online survey and give them negative reviews, why don't you just give that feedback in person, where it is meaningful to the business owner versus becoming a keyboard warrior? I always say that. So if you've been that type of person that had a negative experience and felt the need to log into a website, do a survey, and just destroy somebody through the feedback, I say you're just spouting out to social media air. It does not really matter, because if you really feel the need to give somebody feedback, whether it's negative feedback, not everybody's going to like your cup of tea, but I always say do that in person, because when you actually give somebody feedback in person, it gives them more urgency to actually move and actually take that feedback a little bit better versus, having them be blindsided and then get negative feedback. So that's another tip I wanted to say. I think a lot of this video has to do with social media etiquette, people's intentions, what they do with their comments, or what they do in terms of just the negativity we see. And I really want people to think about it. I guess this is kind of like a personal Richie's plant podcast / insights today. I promise that if I were to move forward with this YouTube channel, we'll have a little bit more about the plants, because it is spring 2025. So many gorgeous plants to look at. And as far as gorgeous plants, I will just kind of highlight a little bit more about these Costa Farms plants, like this Monstera Stedliana, for instance, $19.84. Beautiful
beautiful trending tropical plant by Costa Farms. I actually need to get another one. I sent one to Plant Heaven and it's because of neglect. And I'm okay with saying that. Sometimes I just get lazy and I just don't water my plants. As embarrassing as that is, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys have also done that and can actually actually agree with me that sometimes you just get lazy and it's not fair to the plant. And that's the reason why the trend of curating your plant collection is a thing for 2025. And you guys can see right here, I love all of these beautiful plants. I love being able to go and do big box store plant shopping videos because look at the greenery we have here, the community we have at Plant Foldies. The Plant Foldy community is a strong community. And so when it comes down to it, big box store plant shopping videos is always going to be a staple for me. It is part of my daily life. It is part of my daily routine. It is part of the Plant Foldy community. And I know a lot of you guys have been patiently watching this video today, wondering what the future of this YouTube channel is. I mean, as I look at all of these plants and reflect, all I'm gonna say is this:
This is not the last big box store plant shopping video I'm going to ever do. It's just going to be the last one until I make another one. Happy April Fool's Day. Please hit the like button for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and I had you guys on your seats, but I am not going anywhere. I will be doing daily plant shopping videos. Happy April Fool's Day. I don't know if I actually got you guys to believe that I would stop doing big box or plant shopping videos, because I will not, because of this plant folding community. You guys are amazing. If anything, the future of this video or this YouTube channel is I will continue to grow it and have more consistency with it. This is Richie at Grow Folds. Please make sure you press the thumbs up or like button for this video, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. I wanted to do an April Fool's Day joke. Hopefully I didn't upset anybody. I just thought that everybody else was doing April Fool's pranks. This one was just for the plant folding community. Know that I'm not going anywhere. Know that there's going to even be more exciting videos to come. I'll see you on the next one.